Hi everyone. So today I am going to explain the poem for Anne Gregory written by W.B. Yeats, that is William Butler Yeats. So let's begin our discussion. First we will discuss who is W.B. Yeats. W.B. Yeats means William Butler Yeats. He was born on June 13, 1865 in Dublin, which is in Ireland. So we can say that he is an Irish poet. Apart from the poet, he is a dramatist and a prose writer also. He has got Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1923. Let us see some personal aspects of his life. So we know that W. Yeats is famous for his, you can say, love affair with a lady called Maud Gunny. So in 1889, it's made 23-year-old Maud Gunny, an English heiress, an ardent Irish nationalist. Soon after he met Maud Gunny, it began an obsessive infatuation which had a significant and lasting effect on his poetry throughout. So he had made four proposals to Maud Gunny, but all his proposal was being rejected by Maud Gunny. So in 1891, Yeats went to Ireland to propose to Gunny for marriage but was rejected. He proposed to her three more times in 1899, 900 and 1901. So after 1891, at a gap of 8 years, again he tried to propose Maud Gunny, then in 1900 and then in 1901. So she refused each of his proposals, and in 1903, Maud Gunny married an Irish nationalist, Major John MacBride, and W. Yeats was hurt immensely. He was heartbroken. The final rejection, but W. Yeats did not stop here only. In 1916, Yeats, at that time he was 51 years old, he decided to marry and produce an heir. His rivals, MacBride, the husband of Morgany, was executed, you can say, killed in Irish Revolution in 1916. That is called Easter Uprising. So it's hoped that his widow Maud Gunny might consider remarrying. So his final proposal to Gunn took place in 1916. However, it was turned down yet again. But W. Yeats this time proposed the daughter of Maud Gunny, that is Isuel to Gunny, and daughter also rejected his proposal. Now let us see the short introduction about the poem for Anne Gregory. So Anne Gregory, we know this is a poem written by W. Yeats. It's a short, contemplative poem, thoughtful poem exploring the themes of beauty, love, and human nature. The poem is structured as a conversation between an older a speaker and a young girl, Anne Gregory. The speaker suggests that people often love others for their outward appearance rather than their inner qualities. He points out that Anne's golden hair could attract admiration, but such attraction might be shallow. So Anne responds saying she wishes to be loved for herself beyond her physical looks. The speaker then conveys a deeper spiritual message suggesting that only God could truly love someone for who they are inside, free from outward biases. The gentle exchange highlights how physical beauty can complicate sincere human connection, and it challenges readers to reflect on the nature of true unconditional love. Now we will see the poem in details, a stanza-wise explanation. So the poem begins like this: Never shall a young man thrown into despair, despair means sadness, by those great honey-colored ramparts at your ear. Ramparts here means the high, wide walls around a castle or a fort. Love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair. So, what is the meaning of this stanza? In this stanza, the poet says to the girl Anne Gregory that a young man can become hopeless if you will reject him. But this does not mean that he had true love for you in his heart. It is because you have a beautiful hair with which he had fallen in love. The girl has a very beautiful hair. They fall on her ears and seemingly protect them just like a boundary wall protects the fort. So here the poet is pointing out at the reality which many people face during their youth, that they are liked by the opposite gender not because of their inner beauty but because of their appearance. Let us move to the next stanza. But I can get a hair dye and set such a color there, brown or black or carrot, that a young man in despair may love me for myself alone and not my yellow hair. So the poet here says that, and replies to the poet that she has a nice solution to this situation. She can dye her hair and change the color into black, brown, or carrot. Age, this will no longer make her look less attractive. Then there may be, she will find the young man who will love her inner beauty and not her appearance. I heard an old religious man but yesterday night declare that he had found a text to prove that only God, my dear, could love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair. Yesterday night means the previous night, yesterday night. So after hearing Anne Gregory, the poet says that he had heard an old religious man say that he could prove a fact with a text that he had found in some religious book. The fact was that it is only God who loves us for what we are and not who we look. He loves us for our inner qualities. Only God can do this. So, what is the message of the poem? The poet gives us the message that it is the God only who loves us for what we are, for our inner beauty, irrespective of our physical appearance, outer appearance. No other person in the world except God can love us for what we are. Thereafter, our physical and materialistic beauty, you can say. So, this is the message of the poem. We should love the human being for his inner beauty, not the physical appearance or the other characteristics. So this is the message. People love beautiful creature, but I love nature.